welcome back from that break, and we sincerely apologize for the break in transmission. However, we're still here in the studios discussing or assessing the level of security in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. I still have my guest in the studios, a security analyst, Saliu Mahmoud Jantata. Thank you so much for your time and patience.
Thank you.
All right, so yeah, before that, break, you were saying something, about, the role the FCT minister has played so far. And of course, the effort and the energy that the security personnel they actually put into perhaps accompanying the president if he were to, grace an event, as opposed to, just having these security, guards or personnel or apparatus, stationed across these communities that are, affected by these, activities of bandits, kidnappers, and the likes.
So like I was saying, the security of Federal Capital Territory should not be majorly and mainly concentrated in the metropolitan part of the city. We have 6 area councils, Kuje, Gwagwalada, Kwali, Abaji, Abuja Municipal, as well as, what do you call it? I think I've mentioned the 6, right? Kuje. So the issues are outside the divisional headquarters and outposts in these area councils. You don't have any strong squadron of the Mopol or maybe bigger cantonment. I know of recent under Gwagwalada area council, we had a military extension of the gas brigades in Dupa and Gwagwalada area council. We also have built in Giri, which is under Gwagwalada area council. Those of Buhari you see, they are not of gas brigades, they are just maybe quarters of workers of the National Defense College. So also they need to take action to further capacitate area councils in terms of security. Like the Gwagwalada, I know they have area command, Kubwa has area command, but beyond that, you need to also establish police mobile squadron, counter-terrorism squadron, then also establish maybe like extension of the gas brigades or army cantonment, like battalions also, so that when these bandits come calling, they will be able to in combined form meet up. Even though we know in the FCT we have what you call ministerial task force that has the VIO, they have the DSS, they have the police, they have the armed squad of civil defense, immigration, and the army that used to be there before are now pulled out. Periodically, the ministerial task force used to have periodical check-ins, maybe within the city center, where sometimes they apprehend people that are involved in one chance and even some bandits and whatever. But beyond that, they need to further capacitate most of these ministerial, let them bring back the land army into ministerial task team so that they can be expanded, giving more logistics and welfare, so that this ministerial task force can also have branches in the 6 area councils, so that periodically they can go for what they call sting operation. Just the way they normally come up for sting operation within the city center, they can also do it in the area councils, because when the exercises are conducted, sometimes they can fish out most of these fleeing bandits that come into the city to kidnap people and cause havoc. Let's
talk about the security personnel, on the roads. Of course, you know that if you're traveling to Kaduna, for example, you may have to pass through parts of Niger State. Am I correct?
Yes.
So how is it that we're finding it difficult to do proper checks on the roads? Because how do these, bandits, make their way or find their way into these, area councils in the FCT?
If you know the terrain very well, which I do, you will know that most of these bandits that comes to be kidnapping and tormenting don't come through the straight roads. They come through the bush parts. I'll give you an example. I've carried out an evaluation where from Sabon-Wuse, for instance, instead of you to go to Kaduna through Tafa, from Sabon-Wuse, there is a road that will link you to Buhari. And under there are some villages there. From that Sabon-Wuse, there are some villages that even have traditional chiefs, that from those baggy villages you can even get to Buhari and go there. So automatically, when these bandits wants to come, they come from those bush parts. There was an interaction I once had with former chairman of Sabon-Wuse local government. I don't know how they call that local government there in Niger. Is this Sabon-Wuse, that local government that is in charge? Tafa local government, Honorable Ado is who is called Ado Abubakar Ibrahim. the initiative he took when he was chairman was to involve local vigilantes, that those adjoining villages between Tafa, Sabon Wuse and the Buhari Area Council, where they had a joint operation, it helped a lot because there was a hill there that was seen as a kind of bandits and kidnappers then. Okay. So the effort of Honorable Ado Abubakar, paid very well, because he ensured that through the local government coffers they paid these vigilantes with police and others. They were able to do that, but after he left office, whether they sustained that or not, we don't know. So the issues now are, if the securities really want to do the job, those villages that connect Sabon Wuse, Tafa, Buhari, as well as those ones are joining Nasarawa through Kuje, and those ones are joining Kuje, Kogi State through Gwagwalada, they need police, army and others collaborate, which they've been doing. But what I know is that the intelligence gathering has been at lower level. So but
should we blame the locals for that?
Well, the locals cannot be blamed, because these are people that are just on their own. They are not under the payroll of the government.
No, but I mean, they have a role to play. Security is everyone's business.
They've been given their information, I know, to the best of my knowledge. But even with the information they've been given, what are also the, in turn, things that the government also give to them? Okay, now somebody come, he has given you information, this and that. What role you? Is there any corporate responsibility you have also discharged? We know in foreign lands, once locals avail the security agencies or the government of information, there are also corporate social responsibility as a way of palliatives, road network, hospitals, schools, and what have you. Are there this corporate social responsibility the government has also given to them? Because to the best of my knowledge, like I told you, that local government chairman, when he was there, he took this effort on his own. What are also the efforts government has made to that? So it's give and take. So these are also, so I think the community policing initiative needed to be extended to this area. So the FCT has boundaries with Nasarawa, it has boundary with Kogi, has boundary with Niger and others. So the need to the security agencies of these adjoining states, the neighboring states, they need to also form a kind of collaboration, have collaboration. If possible, the Zone 7 headquarters here, they take charge of police formations even in Niger, Kaduna, and others. They should have a kind of joint task force. The FCT ministerial task team can collaborate with Nasarawa State. They can collaborate with Niger State as well as Kogi. Of recent, when there was a kidnapping case in Karu local government in Nasarawa State, the FCT authorities and the police they collaborated with them, so they can do sting operation alongside. Let
me botch you real quick, comrade. You know, the last time we had a conversation, you know, with regards to security in the FCT, I asked you a question, if you recall, as to whether or not it is time for us to set up some sort of special security, you know, outfit. And you said no, there won't be need for that. But with all that has happened, do you not think that, you know, the FCT minister, the relevant stakeholders, and all the security agencies should actually think towards that direction?
They've been thinking, because I can tell you there was what they call G7, the predecessor of the incumbent minister, Bello, invoked it when it was blowing out of proportion, where representation from the Army, Air Force, VIO, Road Safety, police were the hosts, as well as DSS and others. In fact, the first meeting was held in office of the Minister of FCT, later extended to Assistant Commissioner Operations, where all the security agencies had a representation. So I think also part of the major problem is funding, even though the last administration gave even operational vehicles to both the police, both the VIO, even though the VIO is a creation of the FCT, but other service agencies got vehicles. That is why you see some vehicles with the logo of FCT. It was donated by the FCT minister. So inception of Wike, he has held meetings too. So we are waiting to see what donations he will make. Yeah. But the advice I want to give to Honorable FCT, already, like I said, there is ministerial task force made up of VIO, DSS, police, civil defense, armed squad of immigration and others. Let them give logistics, welfare, including even the take-home package for the personnel and officers that are already, because like all this one-chance syndrome, those ministerial task force, they already have been apprehended. Like on Saturday, They had an operation here in Bega where they caught some vehicles and also other things. These are good things. Sometimes the problems are also logistics, because no matter what initiatives you have, once the enabling environment is not there, the logistics you cannot achieve. Because when you talk about apprehending bandits, kidnappers, one chance and what have you, it has to do with welfare, logistics, and also let the Honorable Minister also hold meeting, even though he has held, but the Security Services Department there should do a lot by way of advising the minister, so that there can be logistics, there can be welfare, so that the officers will do a lot. Then again, the establishment of gas brigades, establishment of naval unit, Air Force base, the police command zone, headquarters and other, let also them be active, so that periodically they will go for operations. Then let there be enhancement of intelligence gathering, because without intelligence gathering, at this time, they need use of drone. Okay. You can dispatch drone at the time these bandits are invading, whether they are coming or kidnappers. Already the drone has already captured them. Then you can also install CCTV in forest parts. Like now, there is a thick forest where you have a mopole stationed there by FCT Police Command. You can have CCTV station in those Rubochi Forest, Gwargwada Forest, the Ngoji Forest, Dobi Forest, Forest of Anagada.
How will they be monitored?
They will be monitored by the security agencies periodically. Because, okay, you have MTN, that is a communication company. They have masts in their isolated bushes. Are they not manned by even civil defense and so on of their private security? Talk more of regimented security agencies. Once you have CCTV in those bush parts, automatically you will have a contingent of either mobile police or land army or any of the security agencies to be there monitoring it and periodically seeing how it is gathering positive results. All
right, comrade. I mean, time is not our friend, but I'll ask you this one more question, and I need just a yes or no response from you. Right. Would it be intelligent to say that there's been an absence of political will to address insecurity in the FCT?
I cannot say no, because there has been political will. Like I mentioned, the last minister, Mohamed Bello. He's a politician and minister, and he even gave logistic vehicles, water things, and everything well. So there has been political will. Okay. But the issues are the enforcement. They need to be re-strategized. Then, like I told you also, they need disguised intelligence gathering gadgets. We've grown beyond just walkie-talkie, where you are talking, confirm your location. The bandits also have the use. But once there are secretive gadgets, modern ones, they can procure them. The FCT has money, and that is why we have the Security Services Department that has been doing a lot. The director there right now has been doing a lot, even though the other ones have been doing all the funds. The revenue FCT is generating. Let them procure security intelligence gathering gadgets.
Thank you very much, comrade. One thing is sure, we're definitely going to discuss or have further conversation as far as the security level in the FCT is concerned. Let's not forget that we have the issue of one chance robbery, kidnapping,
which we discussed in your last.
Yes, of course. Yes. But we understand there are updates, and we definitely would come back to that probably in our subsequent episodes of News Analysis. I must thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Comrade Salihu Mahmoud Jantata is a security analyst, and together we have been assessing the level of security in the Federal Capital Territory. But that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I am Omoni for Peace or Semera. Don't forget you can follow us across social media platforms at Politics and Business Television. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much.